Hey, how's it going? This is Rob from Justin's Toys, and today I'm going to show you how to make the twin stripe Rainbow Loom bracelet. And this is a very unique design. I originally came up with this design on the monster tail, but this video is for all those who do not have the monster tail. You can make it on the loom also, and I haven't seen anything like it before, so let's get started. So in order to set up your loom for the twin stripe bracelet, you're going to need 2 bar pins, a large base, a small base, and a hook. And the way you're going to set this up is your bottom bar pin is going to have the arrow pointing to the right if you're right-handed or left if you're left-handed. And that's the easiest way to set this up. And the top bar pin is going to face in the opposite direction, but you want both bar pins to be perfectly aligned. You want to take the large base and put both bar pins as far to the left as possible, and then you want to secure the other side with a small base plate as far to the right as possible. Okay, so if you did it right and you're right-handed, it should look like this. If you're left-handed, it should be the mirror image. So now that we have the loom set up, the pegs that we are going to be using are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's actually like a diamond shape. And we are ready to begin applying bands. So the first thing you want to do is pick your colors. My bracelet's going to be rainbow and black is going to be the same black that's on here, and the whites on this bracelet are going to be replaced with rainbows. So starting with my border color, which is black, I'm taking one band and I'm stretching it really far from this peg to this peg. So as I said before, you're using these 8 pegs. It's the bottom left and the top right peg. So it's going 5 across diagonally. I'm going to push down and I'm going to do that again. It's very important that you do this separate and not together, because we are going to be making a fishtail out of these. So just like any other bracelet that you make where it comes through the center and down, it's very important to keep track and be organized and make sure that the top band is on the top and bottom bands are on the bottom. Alright? As you can see, they're perfectly parallel, so there's no chance that they overlap. And at this point, I can grab another black band, and this time I'm creating a triangle just like this. Alright? I'm going to do that with the other side too. Triangle just like that. Again, go back in, make sure they're not overlapped, and they're not, so I'm good. Okay? And at this point you can grab the first color of your rainbow, mine's going to be red, and apply it to these 3 bottom pegs, and do the same thing and connect these 3 on the top. Okay? And now grab your hook, and you can bring this bottom black, the ones that are part of these triangles, just bring that one black up and over this peg. Okay, go over here to this peg, grab that, just that black, bring it up and over. Okay, and turn your loom around, do the same thing. This black one, just bring it up and over this peg. And then this black one, bring it up and over. And we're not done yet. we also want to bring up this one peg on the outermost. So right now it should look like this, and then you're going to bring the bottom rubber band over here, bring it up and over, and the same thing with this side over here. You're just grabbing that bottom band, bring it up and over. Okay, so if you did everything right, it should look like this. And now you can push down and create space for the next set of bands. And we are actually starting the sequence part. So this is the start of the sequence. I'm going to let you know when it's the end of the sequence. And this is basically the step that you are going to repeat over and over until the bracelet is long enough to fit around your wrist. So, again, I'm grabbing my border color, black, creating that triangle right there. Another black, creating a triangle on the other side. Okay. Next is going to be the next color of my rainbow, which is pink. Connect those bottom three. Next color of the rainbow, which is pink. Connect those bottom three. And this is the part that gets a little tricky. This time you want to bring up both of the bottom bands on this. So this is the easiest thing to do. These four pegs right here, you want to bring up 2 bands. All the other pegs, you only want to bring up 1. So right here, which is part of this rectangle, I guess you could call it, the 4 corners of this rectangle you're bringing up 2, and everything else 1, 1, 1, 1. So right here you're bringing up 2 bands up and over. I'm just going to do all 4 corners first. 2 bands up and over, 2 bands up and over, and then last corner, which is right here, 2 bands up and over. Okay, now all the other 4 pegs we are just bringing up 1 band. So right here, just 1. Turn the loom around. This outer edge, we're just bringing 1. This one right here, just bringing 1. And then this outer edge over here, just 1. Okay, so I'm just going to show you that same exact thing one more time in detail. Commentary. So again, triangle on the outside, triangle on this side, next color in the rainbow, line on the bottom, line on the top. Okay, again I'll push down on the triangle because those are coming up right there, and then grab the 4 corners of the rectangle. There's 1, there's 2, turn the loom around, there's 3, and there's 4, and then bring up 1 band on all the remaining pegs. So 1, 2, 3, and last one, 4. Alright, so that is the end. I forgot to say the end of the sequence before, but that was basically 2 sequences. So right now I'm going to do my 3rd sequence. So again, this is the start. I'll definitely make a point to remind you of the end of the sequence. Triangle, triangle, line, line, and then push down on the insides of the triangle, bring up these 2, bring up these 2, turn your loom around, those are the 2, 2, 2, and 1 on everything else. 1, 1, 1, and last one. 1. Alright. So, I'm just gonna speed up a little bit now. You're welcome to watch, but I'm gonna repeat this sequence for about 6 more bands, and then I'm just going to fade towards the end to show you clipping. Okay. Alright, so I hope you get the idea. I'm just going to fade out and come back when I'm more towards the end, when this bracelet's ready to be clipped. As you can see, it's starting to form, just like the hexafish. It's going to look thick, but if you pull hard enough, it flattens out, and you'll start to see it build. Alright, so I'll be right back when it's longer. Alright, so I got 2 more left before I'm ready to clip. As you can see, it's long enough now, and again, black outside, triangle, triangle, line, line, push down on the insides of the triangle, and this is an easier way. 2, 1 up, 2 up, one up, turn the loom around, two up, one up, two up, one up, push down, okay, again, triangle, triangle, line, line, push down on the insides of the triangles. Alright. 2, 1, 2, 1, turn the loom around, 2, 1, 2, and 1. Okay, now this is where we are going to start clipping, and it is very important that you do the clipping part just like how I do. We are going to grab this neon orange and bring this neon orange here, then bring this neon orange here, and then bring this neon orange here, and then bring this neon orange here. So again, bring this out, make sure you go in this way and have your hook facing that way, because that's going to minimize the chance of you slipping. Alright, bring this over here, then this one, have this hook facing down there, so go in, bring this over. So you use that peg, the edge of that peg, to get in there, and turn your hook around and slide out. Then this side, go in like this. Again, you're using the edge of that peg, get around, turn your hook, and push down so that can't slip out anymore. And then this one right here, have the hook facing that way, away from the tension. Alright, I'm rotating. And again, I'm using the top edge of that peg to bring that. And once you have all three bands of that neon orange on each side of the peg, you want to take a capped black and put it on top, just like that. Okay, and then you want to bring up all three of these neon oranges up carefully and over like a fishtail, and do the same exact thing with the other side. Grab all three of those neon oranges, bring it up and over. Okay, now this is the other tricky part. You're going to push down, and you are going to take all of these bands, just like this, right here, very carefully. You're going to take it over this peg right here and bring it down, just like that. Okay, so that those two bands that were on this peg are now over these two. And you're going to push down a little bit, and you're going to do the same thing with this side. You're grabbing both of these bands, use the top of that peg, and bring it down. Okay, so overall you should have 6, or what appears to be 6 bands on each of these pegs. As you can see, there's 2 here, 2 on the top, and then the cap band that I applied before on the bottom. What I want to do at this point is grab both of those cap bands and bring it up like a fishtail into the center. Okay, I'm going to do the same exact thing with the other side. Identify those two ends. Okay, which are these two right here. Bring it up and over. Then go in and make sure you know which ones are on the bottom. Alright. Those are definitely on the bottom. So now I'm going to grab those two right there on the bottom, and again bring it up and over to the center. Same thing with this side. Make sure those are supposed to be on the bottom. Up and over to the center. And then now you should just have two bands on each peg. And at this point, you can just grab these two and bring it up to the top peg, just like that. And now you have what appears to be 4 bands on this peg. And you can grab a C-clip at this point. And just like any other bracelet, hold it as close to the edge as possible. Make sure that little gap is in the top. Go in and just pull up. And if you have all 4 ends, you can pull it off. Alright. Now you just want to pull really hard just to flatten it out. Maybe squeeze down the line. And then you want to clip the other end. The other end, you started off with 2 8s, which are these 2 loose bands. You want to clip all 4 of these bands. And the easiest way to do that is just to take all 4 of these, get in that gap, put it like that, and right here you just want to push down with this clip right in the center of that gap. So if you pull this, as you can see, I have all ends, and then just pull it off. Okay, so when it's complete, it should look just like this. And that is the twin stripe bracelet on the original Rainbow Loom. Thanks for watching. This is Rob from Justin's Toys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.